Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I'm Nika and I make book related videos, and today's video is the much awaited massive unboxing video. So some time ago Amazon and Flipkart had a sale, and since this year I have decided to reduce the amount of money I spend on books. I decided to instead wait for the sale so that I could get the books on a better deal. And so these are all the books that I got from the Amazon and Flipkart haul. Plus there are some few books which are actually either review copies which I got for free obviously. Some are swaps which I got from friends. Some are also books which I've bought from my friends. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna dive right in. And if you enjoy these sort of videos, don't forget to check out my haul playlist, which I'll link down below so that you can check that out as well. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up icon as well so that you show your love and support, and I am motivated to do more of these videos. And without further ado, this time I'm finally gonna dive right in because I have waited for such a long time to open them, because some parcels took an abominably long time to reach me, and I was going crazy. It's November, by the way, and I'm finally going to be unboxing all of these books in November. So yeah, let's get started. So I've also got my journal right here where I've written all the books that I've ordered, just so I can unbox them and tick them off this list to ensure that I've got each and every one. I think I do, but I'm extra like that. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first book that we're gonna open is from Amazon. We're gonna go with the Amazon books first. Now this one is from an individual seller, and I have a vague idea of what this is. So I finally have a physical copy of the book, The Secret History. I have had the audiobook for quite some time now, but since I wanted to have a book, I waited to start actually listening to it. So yeah, I ordered it this time and I'm so glad that I finally have it. Of course, it's a second-hand book, so as you can see, the condition isn't that good, but I mean, with this one particularly, I'm quite happy that it is a second-hand copy. It's amazing, and yeah, I'm really excited to be reading it. Next, we have this tiny packet. I don't know what it is. It is a copy of Sally Rooney's Mr. Salary. Now, I have read Normal People by Sally Rooney and I quite liked it. I also have a video on that, so you can definitely check it out if you're interested. And this is a Faber story, which is like a really short story, and these are quite famous actually. So really excited to read it. Okay. As for the package, I'm obviously going to be reusing them. I mean, Asians are the biggest reusers of plastic, honestly. Next up, this one is Mary Ventura and the Fifth Kingdom and the Ninth Kingdom by Sylvia Plath. I haven't read Plath yet, which is quite a shameful thing, but I think I'm gonna start with this one, and then I'm gonna start with the Major Belger. So yeah, I think this is quite beautiful. I mean, these two together. I think I might start collecting this Faber short story collections. Next is another small book, which I think definitely must be another Faber story. So we'll see what it is. Yes, it is another Faber short story. In fact, it is Kazuo Ishiguro's Come Rain or Come Shine. Now within this haul, not in the Amazon or Flipkart, but in another of the hauls, I have actually decided to get another Kazuo Ishiguro book, which will come too soon. So I'm really excited to be reading his works. I haven't read any of Kazuo Ishiguro's works, by the way, and I've heard that they're awesome. It's from Factor Notes, all-purpose notebook, and it is dot grid. And apparently, the pages are really good quality. They're like 120 GSM, so that's why I want to try it out and maybe do a bit of art journaling and stuff like that. So let's see. If you have used the Factor notebooks, then please do tell me how they are, because this is my first time obviously, and I want to see how it goes for me. So yeah, I'm one of those people who compulsively cleans as I'm making the mess, honestly. As you can see, obviously I'm cleaning up as I go. The last Amazon book here is, I don't even know what it is. Let's see. This is Margaret Atwood's The Testaments, which is pretty much a sequel to The Handmaid's Tale, and this cover can be opened, which is really weird. It's orange cover inside. This is not a hardcover, and yet it's like French flaps. These are French flaps, right? So anyway, this is a sequel to The Handmaid's Tale, and it's also got the Booker Prize 2019. I have been watching the show on Amazon Prime, and I'm really enjoying it. It's so sad at times, and I'm really enjoying it, by the way. So if you haven't read these books either, or if you haven't watched the show, please do. I mean, I think the show is really good, because adaptations often lose their essence, but I think the show does it really well. So yeah, you can definitely check it out as well. So the next two books I got were both ebooks. The first one is Nonette by Sonali, my friend. You must know her as the melodramatic bookworm, and I'll link her channel down below so that you can check out her videos as well. And don't forget to buy her book to support her, to support a fellow bookstagrammer, a fellow booktuber, and obviously a writer. And I also got Hold Me While I Fix Myself by Fatima, who is my friend on Instagram. I'll link her Instagram channel down below as well so that you can check it out, support her. Also buy the books if you can. The ebook, the Kindle ones are pretty affordable. Then I actually also got another book which I gifted to my sister. This one is not an ebook, it's a paperback copy which I gifted to her. It was The Lost Book of the White by Cassandra Clare. Now I haven't read any Cassandra Clare books in my life, I think, and honestly I think it's too late to start now. I mean, I don't really like reading YA anymore, so yeah, I think that phase might have passed. But anyway, she's a big fan of Cassandra Clare, and so when her birthday was near, I saw that this book was on sale. Apparently it's a new series that she wants to get into, so I bought it for her, and that's that. And with that, we have come to an end for our Amazon haul. Next up, we are going to, we're done with Amazon, and now we are going to be unboxing the Flipkart box. Once again, Flipkart sale wasn't that good this year. Could have been much better, but unfortunately it was such a disappointment to me. Could have been way better. So anyway, yeah, let's start with the Flipkart books. The first one is right here, and you know what, I'm gonna put these here. I mean, I put up this like little table just for this purpose so that I can display the books here, but then I completely forgot to do that. Anyway, amazing. This is such a beautiful book. It's Dopehri by Pankaj Kapoor. Now, one of my resolutions for 2021 is also to read more translated works, and this one is a translated work. I also am hoping to read more Hindi books, so I might perhaps get the Hindi version as well after I'm done reading this book. It's quite short actually. It's a hardcover, very pretty. I mean, the cover is just stunning. The hardcover is something like this. And yeah, really excited to read it. We have a box. It is Azadi by Arundhati Roy. Now, Arundhati Roy is again another author whom I wish to read more and be more conversant with by the end of 2021. So this is a great time for me to have unboxed this one especially. Really excited to be reading it, and yeah, I've actually heard quite a lot of good things about this one. Well, also quite a lot of I won't say bad, but like the reviews I've read are quite polarizing. So I am looking forward to reading it myself and thinking and basically realizing what I think about it and all of that. So really excited to read it. It's a hardcover again, once again. I've got another book of Arundhati Roy's that's in a hardcover, which is the most famous from her oeuvre, The God of Small Things. I forgot the name for a second. Next up, so they are both from Penguin, and they are both Marquez's books. The first one is Chronicle of a Death Foretold. Haven't read it. And the second one is No One Writes to the Colonel. I haven't read this either, so that's why I got it. I've got quite the Marquez collection in these Penguin editions, and I think they're just stunning so far. Let's open the next package. This is Invisible Cities by Italo Calvino. This one was again translated by William Weaver, and apparently Gina Twinterson says, "This is the book I would choose as pillow and plate alone on a desert island." So basically saying that this is a desert island book. Well, when anyone says that, you know that that book is really good, must be really good. So yeah, really excited to read it. If you have read it, don't forget to share your views on this book, because I'm really excited to read it once again. Next up, I have a vague idea of what this is going to be based on the size, but let's see if we're right. The next book I got is The Ministry of Utmost Happiness, another Arundhati Roy book that I decided to buy this year. I think with this book I have the major ones with me now, because I've also got The God of Small Things, and I think I've got another book, I'm not sure, but anyway, I've got this and Azadi as well now, so I'm really happy about that. The quality, page quality and everything is really good, and I quite like it. So yeah, we've got 2 packages left from the Flipkart haul, and I've got 2 Maple Press books here. The first one is Richard III by William Shakespeare. I haven't read this historical play yet, so I thought this is a great one to start with. One more thing, when you're buying classics, I think that the Maple Press editions are really affordable. The page quality and editing and formatting is like, well, everything is great. So if you're working on a particular budget to buy classics, I think Maple Press classics are really great editions to invest in. They're quite cheap, and they come really well. I think that they're really great and affordable for students especially. Then the next book I have here is Dubliners by James Joyce. I have read The Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man, and so this is the next book that I really want to get into. And after this, I think I'm definitely going to be buying Ulysses, but admittedly the book is so big I am really intimidated, but I hope I get to buy that one soon as well. Yeah, this one is really good, I've heard. And anyway, The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man is also really good. So if you want to really dive into stream of consciousness, I think that is also a great book to start with, because Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway is also a great stream of consciousness novel, but admittedly I read it during Christmas time this time 2 years ago I think, and it really put me in a bad funk. You know, it was so sad. I felt really depressed. Apparently there wasn't a right time, that hadn't been a right time for me to read the book, but I had to for a class, but I didn't really like it. It made me feel very sad. So if you want to read stream of consciousness novels, I think The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man is a really great book to start with. That's that. And lastly, this is a beautiful Penguin Modern Classics editions, and it is Mortal's Town by Manto. These are 50 sketches and stories of partition. Again, I haven't read any of Manto's work, so I think this is a great collection to start with. I think I might also read Kingdom's End after this. Now, if you have read any of Manto's works, please do leave your recommendations down below. Which are the books you think would be good for a beginner to read and everything. And I think that this cover is also beautiful. Like from a distance, I thought these were flowers, but these are actually small people in a sea of blood, sort of. It's actually very sad. Like, considering the theme, partition, this is quite apt, I think. Yeah. So yeah, another book, last book of the Flipkart haul. So yeah, really happy. We've got one full package of things we need to throw. And then we have got quite a few packages that I'm gonna give to my mom to use to throw away plastic garbage and everything like that. I mean, we gotta use them in one way or another. Now the next few books that I'll be sharing with you all are from different sources, right? So some of them are books I bought, some of them, like I said before, review copies and all of that. So we are going to see how they are. This next package is, I think this is the Vikram Seth book. The famous book, A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth, quite thick. So I got it on a page of his Instagram because this book was like tagged at 1000 rupees on both Instagram, on both Amazon and Flipkart, and 1000 is too much for one book. So I got this for 399, I think 300. I got it for 300 or 400, I'm not quite sure, I don't exactly remember, but I think that deal for this book is a really great one. I got it from Books_Doors. I'll link their page down below so that you can check out the amazing collection that they have got. And yeah, this is obviously second-hand copy and I don't really mind, but yeah, really very excited to be reading it. I hope this doesn't topple down. Then I have here a book from Chapter 1 Bookstores. Now I ordered it quite some time ago, but it took some time to reach me because apparently they were being printed and all of that issue. So it took me quite some time to get these books, but it's packaged really well. I have waited a really long time for this book and it is beautiful. It is Ocean Vuong's On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. That cover, it's really beautiful. I'm really looking forward to be reading it. I've heard that it's really good, and it has been blurbed by Celeste Ng. And Celeste Ng's book Everything I Never Told You is one of my favorites actually. And she says it's luminous, shattering, urgent and necessary. Vuong has originality running through his veins. Anyway, I'm really excited to be reading it. It's also beautiful, and so I think I'll take some really gorgeous pics of this gorgeous book. So that's that. And then they also have sent me a bookmark. This is of a bookshelf on the front, and on the back it says, never try to overlook and ignore the importance of two things in your life: good books and good company. Quite pretty. They've also sent me a small packet of hand sanitizer which I'll keep and which I'll use after I'm done unboxing all of these books. Next up, okay, I'm gonna pull this closer. Next up is this swap thing that I did with Rangona. Ouch. I'll again link her page down below. And I really love her content, so you should definitely check out her content as well, because it's just stunning and really the literary value is worth it. So as you can see, it is Bleak House by Charles Dickens. This is one humongous book, obviously, and I really like the cover. What edition is this though? It's a Macmillan Popular Edition, right? Yeah, Macmillan Popular Edition, which is, well, it should be popular with that spine, with that cover. It should be popular. Anyway, I've read Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, and I think that's it, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I really want to read this book. It's quite huge, yes, but it's also one that I think every Dickens fan reads. But I've heard that Bleak House particularly has got some polarizing reviews. So yeah, thanks a lot to Rangona for this book, and I hope to pick it up soon. Okay, I hope it doesn't fall this time. Okay, we have collected quite the mess here, but I am going to put it all in this huge tub actually, and I've got one more package with me. Alright, so the next package that I'm going to open is from my best friend Gayatri. First up, she has sent me a beautiful postcard. It says, I made a wish on this tree years ago. I wished for her, which is from the Night Circus. On the back, she has written me this beautiful message, which basically translates to, hello, I hope you enjoy reading these books. So thanks a lot to Gayatri for this one. This is actually a very pretty postcard. And the books are very pretty as well. So the first book here is actually really pretty. It's The Pisces by Melissa Broder. I've heard quite a lot of things about it, and it's apparently very funny, and also mixed with this intense realism of life and everything. It's basically a PhD student who falls in love with a Mormon. So I think this is going to be really funny. So next up, she has given me this beautiful book. Well, actually I asked for it since it was a swap. This time will be different. This is a beautiful cover. It really matches with my shirt today as well. Katsuyama's never quit, but 17-year-old CJ doesn't even know how to get started. She's never lived up to her mom's type A ambition, and she's perfectly happy just helping her aunt Hannah at her family's flower shop. Really excited to be reading this book, and apparently this has been blogged by some amazing people. We've got Rainy Ardier, we've got Sandhya Menon, we've got Stacey Lee. So she has sent me some beautiful bookmarks. So the first one says, into the woods and through the fear, you have to take the journey. And on the back it says something different. It says, into the woods where nothing is clear, where witches, ghosts and wolves appear. I have no idea where this is from, but it sounds really intriguing. Then we have this another bookmark which says, our fate lives within us. And on the back it says, you only have to be brave enough to see it. Again, two very beautiful bookmarks with two very beautiful books. So yeah. Alright, so next up we have this from Apurva, Lady Bookamore. I will link her page down below as well so that you can check out her amazing content. Her reviews are really splendid, and I really love reading her captions because they're often so well thought out. They're a joy to read through, you know. The book that I got from Apurva is The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro. Like I said, this is the other Ishiguro book in this haul, the other being Come Rain or Come Shine, which was a Faber short story. She has also sent me this beautiful bookmark. Really excited to be reading it. I've heard such a lot about this, and apparently this one is this one or the other one is like sort of like dark academia. I'm not sure, but the cover sure is very pretty, and I'm really excited to be reading it. Then the next package is from again Sonali Melodramatic Bookworm, and we did a swap. Yeah, we did a swap. So the first book that I got from Sonali is Latitudes of Longing by Shubhangi Swarup. Now I think, if I'm not like remembering wrongly, I think this was also on the JCB price list, like on the long list or the short list, not sure, but I've heard a great many things about it. So I think it's about time I picked it up. And you know, swaps are always great opportunities for you to get new books at like really minimal price, and minimal price as in the shipping price that it takes. So I think you should definitely I am definitely for the practice of swapping. I do it myself, and I think that everybody should try it as well, because it just makes everything so much more affordable, especially for our students. So yeah, forgive the noise outside today. I'm just pissed off really with all the people. So anyway, This is the first one. We're gonna put them up there together. Then the next book I got is Kamila Shamsi's Home Fire. I have got the ebook, but I think reading from a paperback, especially when it comes to literary fiction, is definitely better. I personally like it. Makes it much more easier to annotate and everything like that. So about this book, it was shortlisted for the Costa Best Novel Award 2017, and basically the synopsis is: for so long as they remember, siblings Ishma, Anika and Parvez have had nothing but each other, but darker, stronger forces will divide Parvez from his sisters and drive him to the other side of the world as he sets out to fulfill the dark legacy of the jihadist father he never knew. So yeah, really looking forward to reading it. I think this is also going to be a very dense, very intense read. So, well, maybe I might have to go slow with this one. But yeah, that doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to reading it. The next book I got is a classic, Madeline L'Angle's, forgive me, A Wrinkle in Time. Haven't read it. I have an idea that it is a middle grade fantasy, and yeah, it's time I read it because everybody has. I haven't, so yeah, looking forward to reading it. Second to last, I have got All Among the Barley, Melissa Harrison. Now, when I got it from her, I thought this cover was different, but I admit that I really like this cover more than the other one, actually. So it's quite good. The fields for eternal are like the only way of things, and I would do whatever was required of me to protect it. Yeah. It really gives the English countryside vibes and reminds you of Tess of D'Urberville's and Charlotte Bronte's Shirley. So yeah, really looking forward to reading it. And the last book, actually has a letter. Thank you so much, Sonali, for your lovely words. This is a private love letter between the two friends. You guys won't be able to see it. So anyway, the next book is The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood, winner of the Booker Prize. I have really been looking forward to reading this book because it is just amazing, apparently. More than 50 years on, Iris is remembering Laura's mysterious death, and so begins an extraordinary and compelling story of two sisters and their secrets. Set against the panoramic backdrop of 20th century history, The Blind Assassin is an epic tale of memory, intrigue, and betrayal. So yeah, looking forward to reading it. Again, I've said it 1,000 times, but let's see if this tower holds. Okay, I should put it together. Alright, we have got 3 packages left now. Now all of these 3 packages are actually, well, 2 of them are review copies. So let's see what they are. So it is Leave the World Behind by Rumaan Alam, and it has been also blurbed by Carmen Maria Machado, Kylie Reid, Jenny Ophil, Roxanne Gay, some amazing people. Really excited to read it, and I think Bloomsbury review copies are always really special because many of my favorite books are actually review copies from Bloomsbury because they're just amazing. For instance, You Will Be Safe Here. Then we also have The Great Garden, which I really loved. So I think Bloomsbury review copy, also Swimming in the Dark, I think Bloomsbury review copies are really special for that very reason. So yeah, really excited to be reading it, and it's a beautiful cover actually. The next package too is from Bloomsbury, and I know what this one is actually. It is The Water Phoenix, a memoir of childhood abuse, healing, forgiveness by Rituparna Chatterjee. Now this one is a hardcover, a beautiful hardcover. Painting with magic realism and a child's razor-sharp gaze, Rituparna Chatterjee gives voice to the urgent and poignant story of her upbringing and abuse in India with a beautifully written memoir. So yeah, it has been blurred by Jerry Pinto, Aning Salim, and amazing. So really, I am excited. I think this is also going to be a heavy read because it deals a lot with abuse, especially in the family. So I think that is obviously a very heavy subject. So trigger warning for that. If you think that this might not be good for your mental health, perhaps it's better to stay away. But nevertheless, really excited to be reading it. 2 beautiful review copies from Bloomsbury. This next package is from an author who has written one of my favorite books ever, and it is Some Very Dignified Disclosures, and it is an amazing book on magic realism, and I think it's really good. She has written another book and it recently has come out, so she just sent me a book of this new copy as a gift, and it is 99 Moon Avenue. I don't know much about this book, so let me tell you more about it as well. Circa 2001, Delhi's landscape is changing due to the construction of underground railways. Recently arrived Sarojini is living with her aunt in 99 Moon Avenue, studying in an expensive university and trying to fit, but the garish metropolis is ruthless. She finds love and understanding in her journalist neighbor Jalaj when tragedy strikes. An unknown assailant molests her on the street. Can Sarojini fight the mental trauma and callousness of the authorities in charge of her case? Is Jalaj using her for sex and convenience? And who is the lady she saw in an empty train on a wayside station? The colonial bungalows of their posh locality are said to be demolished and replaced with multi-story buildings, but an Englishwoman killed in 1942 still lurks in Sarojini's room. Jalaj is enamored by Imperial Delhi and her ghost appears to him occasionally. She tells him about the architect who designed Moon Avenue, magical tales of European adventurers and their Indian BBs, spirits and mystics prowling the streets of Delhi, and the bizarre manner in which she was murdered. Caught between 2 women, one dead and another alive and living, is Jalaj treating both frivolously? Why is the dead woman telling him her story? Set in a fictional area of the timeless capital city, 99 Moon Avenue is a story of self-discovery of a small-town girl torn by circumstances, a young man grieved by the impending loss of a piece of Delhi's history, and a mysterious ghost trapped in past calamity. Now this sounds really interesting actually. Again, it's got a lot of self-discovery, especially for the girl, I think, Sarojini. So I'm really excited to be reading it as well. And yeah, you should definitely get it for yourselves as well. So that's it guys, we have reached the end of this unboxing haul video. I am really in love with all the books I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 8, 28, 29, 30, 31. So I got 31 books and 1 notebook. So I think that's a great haul. Obviously I am going to be curbing the buying I do this year, but I have to say that I am more into buying literary novels, literary fiction, and classics. I always buy literary fiction and classics. As for the rest, I can make do with ebooks and all, but these 2 are the genres I invest in. And whenever I said that I'm not going to buy any books, these don't count because obviously I am doing my master's now in English, and so obviously I need to be reading a lot of classics, literary fiction, all of that. So these 2 are the genres that I cannot completely stop buying, so yeah, as you can see, most of the books I got in this haul are either classics or literary fiction or modern classics. So yeah, I had a great time showing you all the books that I got, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace out. Bye bye.